A local nonprofit organization has made it their mission to provide a hands-on, fun-filled adventure and learning for children and families through cultural exhibits, educational programs, and events in arts and sciences. A summer camp for the kids and a big announcement revealed at the Night at the Museum is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Morady, and with me today we have two fun folks in the studio with us. Layla Cribb, who's the Educational Operations Director for Explorations 5 Museum, and also Eddie Kleisler, who's the Senior Director for Explorations 5. And thank you guys so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I know we left off last month with a cliffhanger on a big reveal coming up, big announcement, and why don't you guys take it from there to kind of fill us in on what we've missed the last few weeks?
Sure. We had our Night at the Museum, our annual fundraiser, this past Saturday evening, and Joe Locke, our president of our board of directors, and Carrie Falwell, our executive director, announced the vision of the future of the museum. And that vision includes, we are very excited to say, a partnership with Bonnet Springs Park, the new park that's being built in Lakeland. Mm-hmm. And Explorations V Children's Museum is going to move to Bonnet Springs into a new building and be part of that fantastic park that's being built.
Well, I know I've seen the plans so far that they've got for that park, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. And it sounds just like it's going to be a perfect home for you guys.
What it really does is it allows us to, what we've not been able to do in our current location, this park will allow us to expand to the outdoors. This is a 180-acre park. There's going to be playgrounds and grass areas and amphitheaters and a lake. So there's just so many aspects to this park. And being the anchor institution of the park, we're really looking to grow and to get bigger and to provide for the community in a much better way.
Well, and on top of that, you guys have been, in downtown Lakeland for so long. Right. But those buildings were built quite a few years before you guys ever got there. So you've kind of been, limited by what you could do with the building. You guys will be able to have some input now, right?
It's a great point. The building that we're in, we love it. It's the historic Crest building. Mm-hmm. But as a children's museum, we needed to retrofit ourselves into that building. I think we've done a great job as an institution doing that. But with a new building, it's going to be designed as a children's museum and really fit the needs for our community in providing great fun services and programs and exhibits.
So other than the outdoor stuff that you guys know you can already expand to, are there any other things that you guys have revealed that are kind of in the works for the new location?
It's going to be quite a process. We're going to remain in our current location for at least 2 years. Okay. But it's going to be a process for going through the whole design of the building and its integration with the park and its features, and the whole aspect of exhibits in the museum is going to be a process for talking to exhibit companies and coming up with great new fun things that will be available to the public.
So then a lot of those things won't just be moving over in their current form. It's a whole revamp.
That's correct.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, we're very, very excited.
Well, I know we're going to continue to have you guys on and go over that as
sure.
The progress goes on.
And people can get more information at our website, explorationsv.com, or at bonnetspringspark.com, information there.
All right, well, we'll keep tuning in with you guys as the progress goes on.
Thanks.
But in the more immediate, summer's here, right on the cusp of it, mm-hmm. and you guys have some exciting stuff going on for this summer.
We do. And we're starting this summer off June 4th for our summer camp. And we're always game changers, but when we start off our summer camp, we want to be game chargers.
Okay.
And I say that because our first summer camp our first theme is going to be Game, Set, Go. And that's where we're going to be introducing tangible technology to children in our summer camp. So, because what we want to do with technology is we want to create it meaningful.
Okay.
And we want them to get instruction out of it, education out of it, but we also want them to be able to touch it and play with it and look at it. Because that's the way it works, especially working with kids.
Oh yeah, the hands-on, you always got to have that.
So that's our first, and we're going to actually do a couple of these. If
All
you
right.
want. Everybody's going to have to participate in this. But when I say that, I did bring a couple of friends, and they were really excited to come when I put them in the bag. And I told them they were going to be on TV. And I guess they got so excited. I guess it's a tech thing. I don't know. They just got so excited because these guys do come alive. All right. So they wanted to show off their stuff for y'all today. And I guess what we'll do is we'll start with what we're going to be introducing in our summer camps is this type of technology, because we want kids, like I said, we want tangible tech. We want them to be able to touch it and understand it by playing and doing. So, you guys ready to play with our
I'm all ready.
technology?
Heck yeah.
Okay, our tech. Okay, so, all right, our first one is we're going to talk about these. These are called light bricks. And you can actually pull them apart.
Okay.
All right, whatever, pull it apart. But there's a button on the base, right there, right in front of you. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
Push that button. And what happens is that they're called brick lights. And this is a really good first starter for technology with young children, because not only are they creating these, they're seeing what they're creating just with regular Legos, but they're also building up, and now there's lights attached to it. That's part of technology. It's exciting. And kids love it, and we want them to play more. And if you already noticed too, I created a pattern. And what these are right here is these are the conductors. So what we do is when we take these and we put them to the base, the source, that's what creates the lights.
Okay, so the charge comes through it all the way. Okay.
Yep. And so these are things that we talk about when we're working with kids, and that's what we want to get them excited.
Oh
So,
yeah, definitely.
All right, that's pretty fun though. This is a very popular, I would say, one of our most popular ones. All right. Our second, these guys are really neat. They're called Ozobots, and they like to move around. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit, which there's different levels, and I'll show you. And that's why this is so good with our camp, because all technology, you can make it whatever level needs to be adapted to who we're working with.
Well, talking about the levels, this would be for the younger ones, right?
Yes, but there's also older bricks that have lights that create a whole new vision of creativity.
Okay.
Okay, so we extend off of that as well.
Wonderful.
If you notice now, for younger kids, we're going to put this on the table right here.
Okay.
And these are kind of tricky to turn on. But we're going to take this and there we go. Okay, now I want you to put this Ozo, I call him Ozo, put him on the line and see what happens. Because these
Any of them?
Just put it on a line, yep.
All right, he's following it around.
Yeah, and so what he's
Changing
also
colors.
doing is recognizing the colors on the
Yep.
line, and kids love that. And one of my favorite things when I'm watching kids playing with technology, especially some of our younger ones, is not only, they don't sit and watch watch it like what we're doing. They actually get up and go around with it. So not only are they looking at it with their eyes, they're using it with their gross motor, and they're walking around trying to follow this, just something on a piece of paper.
Oh, that's neat.
It's pretty neat.
Especially something so small.
Yeah. Now, here's where we can introduce it to some older children. All right, so pick up your friend Ozo.
All right.
And now we're getting a little bit more in patterns and coding, okay? So on this sheet of paper, it says right here, it says go left, so those are the colors that tells them to go left. And then these are the colors, this is the code that tells him to go straight, and this is the code that tells him to go right. So, when you put him down, and then if he comes into an intersection, he's gonna decide which way he wants to go.
Okay. So I could start him at an intersection?
Start him in, let's see what happens. See?
they can actually use markers and draw their own
Hold on, we're
paths.
getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're about to
I'm
spoil
getting
it
ahead
now.
of you.
Just release the secret.
So now, are these pages you can print off the computer?
These are
or-
pages that come with the
Okay.
product. However, what Eddie just now to move on to Eddie is also kids love to create and draw and make their own designs and maps and types, all types of different things. So what I want you to do is you're going to use these markers, and you can use any markers too, as long as they're like a solid color
Okay.
marker, not light highlighters or anything like that. Could be like Crayola or something, but. Okay, so I want you to draw a path, like a circle or a square or lines, okay?
Okay.
And use your markers and let's see what happens. Let's see if he listens to your direction.
Now, do I have to follow the block code of
No, you do your
for
own.
the? Okay.
This is your.
So this is more like this type of pattern.
Whatever you want.
It's your imagination,
Your
and your
path.
creativity. It's your path, exactly.
No, I was just getting though at the turn left, turn right, where it has that code in there.
True.
Can you do that with these?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So if you looked at this for the older kids, and younger ones wouldn't know that, but if you looked at the colors and you followed those, if you want to try it,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Good question, sorry.
All right. So I can go through and just do. Let's see. Let's do a W.
Now you make them kind of, okay,
Now, do I need to do the color coding or?
let's see what happens. Because the lines need to be a little thick, and I'm not sure that's thick enough. Yeah, let's thicken
Yeah.
him up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's see what happens here. Here, I'll let you put him on.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. And now put your color, see?
He does those sharp turns.
Wow, he does that pretty. I'm impressed.
Absolutely. And so if you want to add a code in there,
So then, let's see, one of the codes would be what?
yep.
And then red
Blue.
after that?
Yeah,
Blue, red?
Sure.
Blue, red, green. Hmm.
And that'll tell him to turn which way?
Let's see if I can see that. Right.
All right. So he would turn right off of this?
Well, let's
and
see what
come down?
happens. You might, yeah.
So.
Because we can assume, but that doesn't mean that will happen.
All right, so let's see. Send him back down.
There you go.
All right.
So there's all kinds of fun ways to include tangible technology.
Can I teach him how to do my laundry?
You know what? I bet in a few years we might be
Yeah.
we might be at that state. And then last is our friend, and he's pretty cool. All right. What this guy does is this robot has a different job. Okay, he loves to move around and dance.
Okay.
He's playful. He like has games, and he's also educational, instructional. And what I mean by that is his games. He likes red light, green light, and if you push his tummy, he's gonna want. He might talk about circles and shapes. So let me turn him on. All right.
Hi, I'm Moby.
Yeah, this is Moby.
Hi.
All right. So
One of the buttons on my tummy that choose a game.
All right, let's go.
Learn and play games. Let's play red light, green light.
All right.
so he'll.
When I say green light, you go. When I say red light, you stop and freeze.
Okay, are we ready to stand up? No, I'm just kidding.
Green light, go.
And you follow him.
Keep moving
Okay.
until I say red light, freeze.
So that's
Green
one.
light,
Okay.
think
And-
move shapes.
Think and move
Let's play
shapes.
Shape moves. Let's make shapes. 4 sides make a square. 4 corners.
See, so then you have an educational component to this robot. Kids
Now, do you
love
do
it.
you do this with groups of them?
Oh yeah. Well, we have Tech
So you can-
Thursday also
Okay.
at the museum, and there's a bunch of kids, and we put them in the middle of a circle or a square or whatever we're doing, and we just play shape games. And
Cool.
So yeah.
Quiz time. What shape am I? Oh,
That's awesome.
So, yep, that's going to be. So we're going to be charging into summer.
All right.
And we're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And we have 9 weeks of summer camp,
Okay.
and we have full days and half days.
Mm-hmm.
So please visit our website, and exciting summer camp coming.
All right. Yeah. Well, and it's right here. God, it's gone by fast this year. So, well, God, you guys have so much stuff here to go over, and I want to play more with this.
Kids really like that too.
So, but thank you so much for coming in and sharing all this with us. We sure do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So we'll have you again soon, too.
Great.
Okay.
Explorations 5 invites you to join them for their camp explorations. They want you to bring their explorer to play, create, and design their way through summer. Join the fun at Central Florida's premier children's museum, Explorations 5, Monday through Friday through August 10th. Cost per week is $100 for a half day, which runs 9 a.m. to noon, and afternoon and half day is 1 to 4 p.m., and $160 for full day runs from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Each week is a new learning theme. Member and sibling discounts are available. Drop-off opens at 8 a.m. and pickups end at 5:30. For more information, you can call them at 863-687-3869 or check them out on the web at explorationsv.com.